Yeah, top of the morning to you, beautiful people. And I know you've been, anticipating and waiting for your program to come on board. And that is DBS Show. And I welcome you on that very light that you welcome to your show, Diamond Breakfast Show. Of course, this is where we discuss in-depth analysis on some of the topical stories, the significant events of national and global importance that requires engaging narratives aiming to clarify the importance of the discussion this very morning. And of course, what we do right here, we bring an analyst from all walks of life. Let us celebrate and have in-depth, discussion on that. And we don't leave you out, you people listening at home, and wherever you are, you can always join us from every platform. So you can call in via the phone call. You can also partake on the program through the social medias that we have all around on Facebook. You can just download on Google Play Store as well. Go to Radio Garden. You have the opportunity to listen to us live and direct. I am your main man, Precious Afolabi D. And we say good morning. And of course, if you want to be part of the show, by dialing on to this very number, that is 0916 556952, or you drop your comment on the WhatsApp. On WhatsApp line is 0916 556864. You can just join us via those means. And of course, we have a lot to talk about this morning. This will be trending from the insecurity matters. We have this from the Own Fund saying, which is Saraki seeks non-partisan review of Nigerian Fourth Republic. And we're going to be, delving around a call for review of the Fourth Republic. In that regard, one of the issues that will be worth discussing in Nigeria democracy, and definitely going straight to the concern of Atiku over delay in electoral act amendment. And of course, just like what I told you, one very particular matter, it's a national engagement where Nigeria stands seems to be a little bit shaky in the global world, and that is the matter of insecurity. We will be talking about the current attack that we have, and in the northern part, that is in Kaduna, the abductions that we have in there. A lot of people have, they have leverage on that incident as to be, is Nigeria really working hard? Is Nigeria really, setting the tones up to curb this insecurity when it comes to abductions and killings and so on? Of course, the genocide, the Christian genocide that is everywhere right now. What is the view of the international bodies, especially the United States, under the administration of Donald Trump? A lot is coming from that. We will be unveiling that one way or the other on the show if we have the time. Now, the fear over U.S. sincerity and sovereignty respect for Nigeria. On the long run, we have that. And of course, we'll come to the home phone saying where we're going to be talking about the closure of NYC camp schools in Kwara over insecurity. And don't forget, we have the opposition stance there that the state government, it's not really proactive, or will really submit to the fact that there should be an area of a tactics where the Kwara state government should be able to, do that and, make the citizens to be really having this kind of act of, all right, we know that the government, the state government, is doing one thing or the other to secure lives and properties, but the opposition party, their stance, especially the People's Democratic Party, will be unveiling that on the show. So just sit back, relax, ride with me on the show, and let's enjoy the show as we will be, contributing one way or the other on the show. But I think, as usual, we bring in an analyst, but today is going to be a little bit different, where we're still looking if we can be able to have the opportunity to place a call to our guest on the show. And if we are not able to do that, what's up? You and me, we have the same platform together. We'll rock the show together, your opinion, and let's see how we can bring sense out of everything together. And of course, I open up the phone lines 0913 655 6952 or 0916 655 6864 is the number to be part of the show. But before we go straight to what we have on the table this morning, let us go and pay this bill. Then after the commercial belt, we'll be right back.
Being iron and care, be good for your body, yeah. Are you not aware? Body that the day for yeah. Now your daily friend, for your blood, be 10 over 10. Oh yes. Feel your bed, just do it on fast the test. Blood builder for everybody, yeah. Healthy body for everybody, yeah. Ferrobina, product of fits in healthcare.
Welcome back to your show, DBS Show. That is Diamond Breakfast Show with your main man, Precious Afolabi. Of course, we dive straight to what we have on the show this morning. It is under scrutiny from the United States. President Donald Trump to over what he says it's persecutions of Christians before launching an airstrikes on Christmas Day. The Nigerian government has denied there is any systematic persecutions of Christians. It says it is working hard to tackle Islamists and other violent groups that have attacked both Muslim and Christian civilians for ransom. Further, we have the U.S. Prioritizing, saying that Nigerians should be able to do something towards the killings of these abductions here and there in Nigeria, especially in the northern parts of the country. It seems to be that Nigeria is not that really proactive when it comes to standing up, to save life and properties of Nigerians. And of course, we have this, that the Kaduna, Nigeria, January 20th routers, and of course, has been corrected to fix names of churches that that have been in place in that. As of course, we have the Hamd Gang returns to Kumrin Wali village on Sunday and says more than 170 people during a church service from two churches, including children, wife, men, coming to church just to worship. And that has raised a lot of concern in that particular aspect. And the questions and the angles in which we'll be looking this morning, we'll be going to look into the assessing the U.S.-Nigerian partnership on security, and definitely the feedback that this is given to the global world, like once, to clamp down all these activities by the terrorists. And what face is this bringing out to the international bodies? Is Nigeria really capable of doing this, without seeking any help from any international bodies? We'll be looking into that this very morning. We'll probably put in a call through. If we are successful this morning, we will engage my guest. And until we're through with that, I'll be able to have my guest on the show this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is Dr. Larry Okiki, Exponent.
Expo 90. Yeah, good morning, sir. It's good to have you, sir.
I wanted to commend the effort of the presenter.
All right, thank you, sir.
May God bless you abundantly.
Amen.
I wanted to contribute on the issue of security.
Please go ahead, sir.
So the way our leaders are handling the issue of security in Nigeria is as if we are deceiving ourselves. So negotiation with the bandits and the government is not a welcome development. So secondly, indiscipline and injustice, so we lack of it. It's worrying us in Nigeria. So when we see a criminal, we will try to negotiate with them, pardoning, everything like that. So our government needs to be very serious with the issue of insecurity. But we can't be doing something in the same way and be expecting a different result. Government should try to be proactive in our insecurity issues in Nigeria. Dr. Lani, Exponent from Itakure.
Expo from Itakure, welcome on the show. And don't forget, Nigerian government says it's working hard to tackle Islamists and other violent groups that have attacked both Muslims and Christian civilians, often for ransom. And of course, it has also hired a Washington-based consulting firm to help communicate its effort to protect Christians, not only Christians, but the citizens. Hello, good morning.
Precious.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yes, sir. Good morning to you, sir.
You never die young in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
This is Godfrey from that journey.
Yes, sir.
Precious, you are in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. All of us who are here.
Yeah.
It's like an open soul. I saw. I want to take no need of hiding under a canopy. No thing. What happens is that they have turned this thing into business. It has been turned into business. Look at Katsina Governor. He said that he will pardon these people in this country. The masses watching him. We didn't take any steps. Our federal government didn't take any steps. Are they not encouraging them now to continue with this job? Nothing being done concerning security. No need of destroy ourselves. It's every day. Solution. No effectiveness.
Yes,
I'm very sorry for this nation. I'm very sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Precious. I don't want to say more.
Thank you very
God
much,
bless
sir.
you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the prayers and the concern. As a citizen of this very country, USS Nigeria must protect Christians at all costs. And Donald Trump says that it seems to him, that Nigeria are not really up to the game, looking into all those things. Don't forget the kidnapping across several churches in Kaduna State as high-level security meeting kicked off in Abuja on Thursday. But in a speech, a senior State Department official leading the U.S. delegations omitted any mentions of Muslim victims of violence in the country, as the remark came as Abuja, they're under diplomat pressure by Washington over the violence that U.S. President Donald Trump says amount to genocide and persecutions of Christians. And a lot of people are saying that, it seems to be that the Christians are falling more into these gruesome killings and kidnappings these days, which happens to be that I think the international bodies are looking more into it. And some other people are saying that, I think it's just a trend. The trend is trickling towards the Christians. But don't forget that Muslims also have been part of these attacks. And they are saying that generally, let us just look at it generally. Christians, Muslim, whatever your religion is, you should be able to have the freedom to practice your religion well. And we are under one umbrella, under Nigeria as Nigerians. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your name, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mr. Solomon.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Yes, these are security issues. I'm wondering, where is our Air Force? Where is our soldiers? My problem is if they can kidnap 100 and something people, is it plane they use? Is this a vehicle? Don't you know they kill these people part that nobody can even see the traces of these people? Kwara and Kogi, they have their badge. Edo and Kogi, they have their badge. Everybody knows it's badge. Is it these people, they put all those people where they are, where they are able to kill these people? Where's our Air Force? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your contribution. 0913-655-6952. 0913-655-6864 is the number to drop your message there on WhatsApp. Okay, let me go for this call before I go straight into the messages we have in on WhatsApp. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Lekon from Offa Garage.
All right, Lekon from Offa Garage. It's good to have you, sir.
It's very sad we find ourselves in this kind of insecurity. It's very sad and painful. But the reason why we are still here is because of the fact that we have not been sincere with ourselves. Anytime we have insecurity challenges, we tend to add some coloration to it. If we don't add tribal coloration to it, we had religious coloration. Instead of treating it as, a bigger problem, a problem that affects us. Now, the other part of it is that someone that is not part of us is adding, a certain coloration to it, a religious coloration. That if we are to look at it ourselves, like you, if I'm to ask you, is there truly Christian genocide in Nigeria? This is scholarship. Are Christians being killed? Are we seeing Muslims around with AK-47 Kalashnikov threatening people? Is that the same thing that is happening in Imo State? Is that the same thing that is happening in Edo State? Everywhere in Nigeria. Then we are having isolated cases of places where this thing is challenging and we are giving it that kind of coloration. And I want to tell you, the trend we have now that people, these people who go to churches to adopt people, did not start until Trump made that statement. Yes, they are killing Christians in Benue State, in other places, but we have not been having cases where they will go to church and pack them and take them away. But the moment that statement came, that was when it started happening. So the day we will solve this problem is the day we started seeing this thing as a problem that affects all, not a set of people. So we should remove tribal coloration and religious coloration. The day we face that, we are ready to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Your main point is the tribal colorations and the religious colorations should be away from this very particular matter. Human beings are all equals. But at the same time, this has been, popping in the news, Christian genocide and everything. It's been on the public on that very particular aspect. And looking into it, as a Nigerian, we would just say that security matters. It's a major concern to everyone. And how can the government really, tackle this insecurity? How can they really step up their games, to be able to have what we can call steps ahead for all these terrorists that we have in abduction is everywhere. It's affecting a lot of people. Killing is affecting a lot of people. But we ask the questions that, am I not a Nigerian? Can you really sleep with your two eyes closed? You're giving kudos to the government, and of course, looking in the various states that you belong to, how the government, the state you belong to, how have they been able, to cope this and to stand on their games in this very particular matter. And of course, we've gotten a lot of state governments, they are trying their much as possible to bring this into subjection in their states. And we still say that some states, maybe they are doing one thing or the other where their citizens are not seeing, or they're not doing anything at all. 0913-655-6952. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your name, where you calling from?
Yahya Suleiman is my name. I'm speaking from Oyekori.
Oh, good to have you, sir.
On the issue of security, security is seems to be everyone looking around to see that the situation in the country is good. Like the former head of state, General Sani Abacha said, he said any threat to any community, to any state, to any country of the world that lasted more than 24 hours, it means the government is aware of the situation. Looking at what is happening in Nigeria today, we discover that our government are not doing anything tangible to curb this menace of this insecurity in our society. One, like somebody just said this morning, that all the states of the federation were linked to ourselves. Kwara State has a boundary with Niger State, Kogi State, and the rest of the state. Other states of the federations are linked to themselves. If there's proactive and government is doing something, like for example, Kwara State here, they are taking a steps to see that all these things are stopped or are nipped at the bud. Kogi State is doing the same thing. Plateau State is doing the same thing. Kaduna State is doing the same thing. And all the states of the federation are, these people, they are living within our community. And some people knew them. The issue of saying religious coronation or whatever, tribal coronation should not come in. We're either Muslim or Christians in this country. But looking at the way Christians are being killed in our society, the modern society is very, very bad. It's very bad. Take, for example, for what is happening in Kaduna. They know where Christians are dominated, and they go there, kidnap them in some schools. The children that didn't even know what is happening in the country, they went to school and kidnapped these children and take them to the bush, and they will be demanding for millions. There are some people that have not counted $1 million in their life. And when you carry their children to the bush, you're demanding 100 million. Somebody that has not counted $1 million in his life. How do we want these people to pay this ransom to the people? So I want our government to wake up from that slumber. If today Nigeria decided to take these people away, it won't take 24 hours to do it. We don't need any outside support before we can. Nigerian army, the Nigerian security are able to do something if government gives them a support to go out on these people and do something. They will do it.
All right.
The thing is annoying.
All right. Thank you for your contribution on that. And of course, Nigerians are not seeing this as a funny situation right now. And of course, if the situations pops up, on a continual note like this, a lot of things will get out from these very particular angles. Of course, some might be sentimental, and it's not that they're really sentimental, but the issue, how they got the effect of these incidents will really make them to think otherwise. And of course, we are all Nigerians, and definitely we know that something good is going to happen at that very particular angle. But let us just go for advert placement, and after the advert placement, we move straight into the next one, and maybe we can have the opportunity to get our guest on the show. Good morning, DBS.
My fellow country people, I hope say you don't hear about health insurance policy wey Kwara government they talk about so the information are confirmed and the thing good for you and me as a person and as family. This health insurance e dey for everybody, for papa and mama. This health insurance also dey for people wey get HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, even pikin under 5 years, plus including pregnant women. Me and my family don't register with just small money. My friend, you fit go any hospital where they do health insurance, whether na public or private hospital. Pay small small money and register sharply. With that money where you pay for your family, it go cover you for 1 year. Bam! Now so the thing be, if you love yourself and this beautiful woman and pikin, go register and get your health insurance coverage so that you no go pay too much when sickness come. You fit call this number for free. Then you go comot your money, Joe 080 010 010 again 01 or go to house 27B Amado Bello Way, GRA for Ilorin. This message now from Kwara State Health Insurance Agency.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Ilorin, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
And of course, it's a DBS show, Diamond Breakfast Show right here, Diamond 887 FM, with your main man, Precious Afolabi. You know, I told you that we should be having our guest on the show via the phone conversation. He's around now. Let's see. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Precious Afolabi. Good morning, Nigerians. I'm Malam Lawal Abiodun Yita. Compliment of the season wherever you are listening to me all over the world. Barka de Juma.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution. I know we have, network itch at that very time, but thank God that we are in the favor of the network right now. So we should be able to have a free flow conversations with a couple of minutes, that we have right now. But before your arrival, we've tried as much as possible to delve into the insecurity situation that we are facing right here in Nigeria. But we're still going to have a little bit tie into the conversation by bringing it home right here as the kidnapping situation. And don't forget that we have another very important germane matters in Kwara State right now, where we have College of Education shut down. And of course, before you go there, the Kwara State government has ordered the immediate closure of the Kwara State College of Education, Oro, over the worsening security concern in the area, as the directives was contained in an internal memo dated January 20th, 2026, issued by the Ministry of Tertiary Education, Science and Technology, and cited by the Punch newspaper. And we have the memo signed by the Commissioner for Tertiary Education, IGA Sa-Datu Modibo Kalu, directed that the management of the institutions to shut down academic activities with immediate effect in line with the instructions of Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak. And according to the document, the decision follows growing insecurity around the institutions and form part of the state government broader directive to close all schools within the affected local government area. And to that, however, the opposition, that is the People's Democratic Party, criticized the decisions, accusing the Rahman Abdulrazak-led administration of surrendering to insecurity. In a statement signed by State Publicity Secretary Olusegun Olushola, the PDP describes the closure as an admission of failure by the state government. Before we go straight, let us just look in that. Is that development the right development directives coming from the state government? Then why are we having opposition at this time opposing, or should I say, tackling that action from the state government?
All right, please permit me to first of all commiserate with the people of Kwara State, especially the Emir of Ilorin and the entire Muslim Ummah over the death of the Chief Imam of Ilorin, Sheikh Muhammad Bashir. Actually, I was in town after the janaza. I left for Abeokuta on a particular assignment, which I am now. And since then, I think I've been following all the developments in Kwara State. And as regards the story on ground, it was somehow with the academic staff union chairman of Oro,
Okay.
where I am now presently. And we have been discussing all this matter as regards the closure of the school. Honestly, it was a very bad something because it was sudden. Why I say it was sudden is that it's going beyond what we think is going now. How? You see, to close down a school for security reasons is a good decision. At least life is very paramount and precious, which must be protected. And that is the fundamental responsibility of the government. And when you look at even the Bumina, or maybe Bumina yesterday, they call a meeting, I think, Comrade BC Fakayode, the Olupo of Ajashepo and Oluru, then with the management of the College of Education, Uru, for them to come and brief them, for you to know I'm abreast of all the information and what follows. So they were there at the Gomina House yesterday where the management briefed them on what actually led to this and that, which I don't think is wrong. I think for government to take that decision. But the question we are asking is that, is there any Marshall Plan by the state government to secure our state? These are the pertinent questions. Closing down the school may be a temporary solution, but never a permanent one.
It may
So
be.
many things
Of course, the closure is just for, it's a temporary closure, actually.
Is a temporary solutions too. What are those things on ground? Yes, there is a forest guard that have been recruited by this great state government. Fine. The military were deploying. Fine. What has been the follow-up in terms of any progress are we making if Oro that is believed to be in a metropolitan area is being threatened? And what are we now talking about other areas that are closer to the border? These are the questions we're asking that, okay, if you say Oro should close down, you know, for any security threat in Oro, for them to get to anywhere, is bordered by Agbamu towards the back, is here. When you look at the other side of the other end of it. So it's not that the area that is too close to this forested area where we have them, they are operating like Oreke, like this Oragor axis. It's not as close as that. If they can now come into Oro and threaten, automatically there is a lot of issues within the Kwara South Senatorial district. There has to be holistically looked at. It goes beyond closing down the school. What happens to those who are doing their personal business there? That means the whole of that area has been threatened. Then we have other institutions within the axis of the Kwara South now. What happens to them? Are we now saying very soon now they will ask the Federal Polytechnic to close down? Because it's also in the Kwara South. Are we saying the Tomozado women will be closed down? Are we saying this Lamang University will be closed down? There are a lot of things that goes beyond this. It has to be dissected. It has to be looked beyond closure of the school. That the government will now say, okay, you have closed down the secondary school. What happened to the fate of those students that have been that were unable to go to school for the past 3-4 months? And you saying that they will be able to write their WAEC? If they could not write their WAEC, what happens to their life and future? It goes beyond closing down of the school. The government need to come out with the security Marshall Plan. It goes beyond we now deploy soldiers at Sagbe, at Babala. No. Let us see what are those things that are doing locally. What are those things that are doing within? What are the local government of the area concerned doing? What are the traditional rulers doing? How are the government empowering the local people, the local vigilante, then the intelligence gathering, the deployment of all whatever it takes to make sure all these bandits and the so-called terrorists are brought to book and sent away from the border of Kwara State. I think Ekiti border Kwara, Osun border Kwara, Oyo border Kwara, they know how they were able to protect all these areas. Then if we have not been, if the government is not being proactive more than the way they are doing now, I think our state is now being scene. I pray it will not look like Zamfara in the nearest future.
Amen. I think your major concern is the local engagement. Is your major concern
the government
state government?
The government security plan. There must be a Marshall plan. There must be immediate. There must be mid-term. There must be a long-term solution to this.
Long-term
it's not a closure of the school. It's just not the issue alone here. What are we doing to secure the lives and property of the peoples in Kwara, irrespective of the senatorial district they come from?
Well, actually looking into that, the closure follows similar precautionary actions by the state government, including the relocations of the NYSC rotation camp from Itapa to Ilorin, and the temporary shutdown some schools. Now, looking into it now, what is your stand with the arguments coming from the opposition's party? People's Democratic Party. They're mentioning a lot of things, that the directives to shut down the College of Education and others, it is what they can describe or settle for as to be a guard down from the state government to the insecurity situation now.
Well,
they terms it as to be like, okay, maybe Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak doesn't have anything new, to address this situation. Do you agree with that?
Without being partisan here, I'm not even has anything to do with whether one is opposition or one is ruling party. The germane thing is that the state government is not getting it right. I'm sorry to use that word.
You're right.
Whether no government will submit, in the words of the opposition, that is as if they have lost hope, they have submitted. No. That shouldn't be something we are agitating or we are saying here. But what we are saying is that the government needs to do more. It's not enough to close down the school. It's not enough to say some people should relocate and move. It's not enough. What is enough is that what is happening in our borders. What are the collaborative strategies with all the security forces in Kwara State? Let me tell you. Take the examples of the number of policemen in Kwara State. Number of policemen in Kwara State. How many are they? Number of other security forces in Kwara State. How many are they? Is it commensurate with the number of people in Kwara State? How many were deployed in the Kwara Central? How many were deployed in the Kwara North? How many were deployed in the Kwara South? If the bulk of the police were there in Ilorin and we have less of them in other senatorial districts, what are they doing in Ilorin that they cannot move them out? These are part of the practical security strategies. You now have them more in the offices, in the counter, taking cases instead of pushing them to where they can do their main security job. Go to all these areas in Kwara South and Kwara North. Go and look at the police stations there. How many police are there? What are the mobile police are doing that are guiding the VIP in town when they're supposed to have moved them to where they need to serve? And these are the major things. The Commissioner of Police is trying. We are not saying he's not trying. But my own understanding of the security architecture and understanding in Kwara State is that many of these police forces were concentrated more in the Kwara Central, especially the police headquarters and other headquarters, creating departments for them to be hiding. Many of these policemen need to be moved out of the Kwara State and moved to all the senatorial district to police them there. The military are doing their best. When you look at the 222 Brigade now, their main body were already in Meduguri in Zambiza. Then the rear are the ones that were being reinforced to move to this Babala and other axis too. What are the police doing? Are they not going to have some other mobilization? Let them ride the headquarters. They need more mobile policemen. Let them deploy them all these areas of that border the Kwara State. We need them. We need more of their presence there. When somebody from Rore or some other part of Kameji, we have to come and complain. They need to come to Oro. Do you know how many kilometers they have to cover before they get there? I always say it. If a ballot box can get to the remotest area of Kwara State, there is no reason why we must now have a presence of the security outlets there. These are practical solutions that I think we should do. What about other collaborative agencies? The Air Force, the Navy, although they have their little number, how are the government harmonizes these security agencies there? Then what about what happens to our intelligence gathering? The government should come and tell us what have they done in terms of the area of procurement of these devices that they need for the integrity. Hello?
All right, I'm with you.
So how can they now say, okay, this is what we are procured? This is this CCTV camera, what are other kinetic and non-kinetic approach they are doing on it. Then the traditional institutions in all these senatorial districts, bring them from Kwara North, bring all of them on the table. Let them have a solution. I remember during the era of, Al-Mankura, when something like that was happening somewhere in Nasarawa State, they call all the Ardo that have this Fulani settlement in Nasarawa. It brought all of them to government house, sat with them. What are the way out? What are the solutions to the problem? I think they are having their way out of it in Nasarawa State.
Okay.
It deploy a lot of resources to make sure they guide Nasarawa State and did not allow the bandit or the terrorists to see it as a safe haven. We have to do similar thing in Kwara State. Bring all the traditional institutions on board. Bring all the Fulani leaders on board. Bring all the youth leaders on board. All the socio-cultural organizations, bring them on board. So that from there, we'll be able to channel the force and see how to handle this matter. It's not about whether the opposition say the government has left it. These are the practical solutions. The government must face it headlong. School is not the solution.
All right. Thank you, Malam Yita, for your contributions on that. We really appreciate that. And of course, let's see if we can have the opportunity to pick, another call. It's just a way forward into the situation. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello. We can't hear you. Hello. Hey, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. 09136556864. 09136556952. These are the numbers that you can call and be part of the show. Okay, let's pick this call from here. If we are free. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yeah, okay. We can hear you.
I am Alaji Tayolo calling from Ilorin.
All right.
You see, my brother, let me be philosophical this morning.
One minute, please, sir. 1 minute.
It's okay.
Let's have it for 1 minute, sir.
If we follow nationalism over ethnic bigotry and religious jingoism, Nigeria will progress. But by the time we begin to bring different kind of colors into our national polity, it will not help us. But if we see Nigeria as a political project and we are patriotic and we forget about religious bigotry and tribal whatever, Nigeria will move forward. That is my take for this one.
All right, thank you. It's a quick one. I really appreciate that. And of course, we having this is coming from Fola. He said the best solutions to problems of banditry and kidnapping is public executions of bandits if arrested by the firing squad or otherwise. This will send a great message to everyone, and he said it will curb it totally. President should use the veto power to make the decree of law for stiffer capital punishment. And of course, I believe that we're still on the right track. For just 1 minute, I don't know how my guest, this person, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please, can we make this conversation in just 1 minute? 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just telling you,
All right.
and I'm confirming it. I'm John Fastable.
All right, thank
that
you.
Government is not serious about this thing. I was a victim in 1965 of this genocide in Maiduguri. I stayed in police custody for 30 days.
All right.
So I was in the school superintendent, climbed a tree, and was there for 7 days. The 7th day he came down, he was killed. So let people will be serious. What kind of condemnation? In Bauchi, I was in ABU, so let's just say it the way it is. I'm talking of 65, okay?
65.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution. Of course, different strokes to different folks, and we have a whole lot of people that are witnessing or that can say that they are, victims of this insecurity matter that is ravaging everywhere in Nigeria. And of course, I really want to appreciate my guest on the show today. Of course, it's been a long one. But though we have the network issues trying to obstruct conversations, but I really appreciate Malam Yita, Building Yita, for coming on to the show this morning. I really want to appreciate you. And a lot of people that have been part of the show too, trying to call right now. I can't pick calls anymore. And of course, your messages we see, and we really appreciate you for being part of the show. Thank you very much for this very beautiful edition. And don't forget that by next week, by the special grace of God, we kickstart. And Monday, my colleagues will step in. And by Friday, by the special grace of God, I will also step in. My name is Precious Afolabi D. And I'm saying good morning.
ní ìlú Ìlọrin tó rẹwà yìí ní ìkànnì yìí wà tí ò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ yí síbẹ̀ kí ẹ jẹ gbádùn rẹ̀.
ọdẹ jìnnìjìnnì ní fún ọba gbogbo ọba Fọlágbádé ọba mi àfijù ọba tí kò náírà ọdẹ bàbá.
ẹ díjú yín kẹjà ládùn rẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó mọ́ ọ yín lára Diamond